Good afternoon. Have you ever thought about, I've got this amazing hobby. Maybe you're good at singing, or you're really good at building stuff, or you're good at cleaning, or there's something that you love to do. Have you ever thought about turning that hobby into a business, something that you can actually make money with? So many people have done that. They've taken their hobbies of cooking and turned it into business empires, or they found something that they love to do and they came up with a product and it was amazing, and you end up seeing them on Shark Tank. Oh my gosh. There are a lot of people that want to have a job that they love and they want to make money doing something they love, but they just let life get into their way. They're filled with excitement for the thing that they love to do, that thing that they're passionate about, but they never turn it into cash. They want something they can enjoy all day long instead of punching that clock. You can find that you can make your hobby into a profitable business, and you can do it for a living. I did it with Sometimes Spouse. Now, I didn't necessarily love to clean, but I was pretty good at it, and I turned it into a business. My best friend, she was good at cleaning, turned it into a business. My husband was great at being a handyman. We turned it into a business. There's so many people I talk to all over that they started out in something and they turned it into a business. Just recently, I was talking to a photographer that loved to take pictures. She used to be a realtor, but she didn't really like it. And she turned it into a business, and she took my headshots yesterday. She was amazing. You can find that you can take that hobby and turn it into something that's amazing and quit that day job that you hate. Or you can do it part-time and make extra cash. You need to consider a couple of different things before you leave that day job, though. You need to find if the business is actually feasible. Bounce those ideas off your friends and family and other entrepreneurs. You have to make sure there's a market out there for what you're selling. But with some dedication, you can really turn your passion into cash. You can make money with it into something that you love to do. Now, first, you want to evaluate the hobby. You want to look at it and see if it's actually profitable and you can make money from it. If your hobby includes some sort of product, such as jewelry, you'll be able to sell the pieces. But you also may want to offer services where related to the hobby too. So, for example, you could sell the pieces to put the jewelry together as a wholesaler. And if you like yard working, maybe you start a yard business. The possibilities are really endless. It's really up to your imagination. The hobbyist who enjoys gardening could also sell bulbs from their own garden and make money in that way. Also, you could write literature for gardening, or even start a small restaurant or food truck. Those are huge right now, with homegrown fruits and vegetables. There are no limits to what you can do when you're starting that new business. But you'll want to use some resources that you have to turn that hobby into a business. It's pretty simple. What you can do is you get resources for your business. It's plausible. You need to think, is this business actually plausible? Can I make money with it? I'm going to talk to my friends, relatives, professionals that are actually in the field and get their feedback on the business idea that I want to be in. Once you're convinced you have a good product or service, use the internet as a tool. Use it for good instead of evil. Now, one other thing, be really cautious. So if you're going to get a new car, or you're going to get buy a new house, or get a new job, your friends and family are usually like, yeah, go do it, rah. But also, friends and family are the number one killer of dreams in America, because you'll tell them your idea that you're thinking about starting a business, and they'll be like, well, have you ever thought about this? I know this one guy that started this business like 20 years ago and it didn't work for him, blah, 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 blah. So you really want to take everything with caution when it's coming with your friends and family from starting your own business, because sometimes they could be the biggest dream killers out there. But you want to talk to entrepreneurs or other people that are in the business, you can go online, listen to podcasters. You can find out so much more information now. It's at your fingertips. Use the internet for good, not evil. You can get out there and get to the experts in business, bounce your ideas off of them, and see if it's a good idea. When I started Sometimes Spouse, everybody thought I was insane for leaving a job making $40K a year that had 401k, insurance, and it was 8 to 5 Monday through Friday. They thought I was absolutely bonkers to leave it. And my brother, my sister-in-law, my mom, they were all like, are you sure you've got a good job? Thank God I didn't listen to him. Love you guys. But thank God I didn't listen to him. And I went out and I became an entrepreneur. And now I've built a business empire with Sometimes Spouse, the business that I started. So be really cautious who you take advice from. If they've never done what you want to do, don't take advice from them. And if you wouldn't trade bank accounts with them, don't take business advice or profitability advice from them. So keep that in mind. You'll want to go online. You're going to want to find articles, get books, read up, listen up about the business that you really want to get started in. It can help you when you are starting your business. And you'll also want to find out where they're advertising, where they're marketing your business, because you're really going from obscurity with your hobby business to where you want everybody to know your name. You can even sell your services or your products online. Most people, there are so many people on eBay that make a ton of money. You've also got so many different platforms nowadays. eBay, OfferUp. There's so many places to put. Facebook, Marketplace, Instagram, you can sell stuff on there too. So there's so many different places that you can go and sell your product or your services nowadays. It's amazing what you can do. Even though your hobby is something you can enjoy, you can turn it into a fun business idea. You'll want to make sure to love what you're doing, because some of your stress that you have with your regular job, you won't have with a business that you start when it's something that you love and it's for yourself. You also want to start small and build it one brick at a time. If you have a product and it gets out of hand with the growth, you can have trouble keeping up with inventory. It's going to be a tough financial balancing act, especially if supply and demand are really out of whack. You should also start a business with some sort of a business plan. I do say this with caution, because every business that I've started, I didn't start it with a business plan, but I did have what I called a roadmap, which is a drawn out business plan. So it's good to have a plan where you want to go, because if you don't have down on a roadmap where you want to go, you're going to get there every time. It's kind of like if I was going to go drive to Dallas without my GPS, I wouldn't end up in Dallas. I just wouldn't. I would end up somewhere else. I have to have that roadmap to get to where I'm going. If I took off to go drive to LA and just followed the road signs and I didn't have GPS or a roadmap to get me there, good luck, Christy. I would not end up where I wanted to be. So you need to have where you want to go in mind with your business. If you're going to treat it like a hobby and never really grow it any further than a hobby, and you don't want to turn it into a business, then don't have a roadmap. But if you want somewhere that you really want to go, you need to have a plan. You need to have a business plan. You need to have a roadmap. You need to have something that you can look at and go, okay, I'm starting here and I want to go here. One of my favorite quotes is, shoot for the moon, land among the stars. Shoot big and land among the stars. You got a goal, and the whole idea of the goal is to become the person the person you're supposed to be while getting to that goal. A lot of my goals are huge. They're humongous. I want to help 1,204,732 people. It's going to take me a while to get there. I'm shooting for the moon, man, so I'll get in the stars. I'm becoming a better person shooting for that in my business and personally. Even if it's still a hobby, you will need a business plan so you'll know where you're going to go. So you'll have goals to where your company wants to go. You can clarify and have that crystal clear clarity of where you want to go. Yes, you will find that a hobby can be easily transformed into a business as long as you take the time to plan and organize and also use your imagination. You have to innovate in business. If you're not innovating and growing, you're dying. So this was just a couple of tips from Christy Ogle of how to make money doing something that you love. And I'm going to give a shout out right now to Pecan Ridge in Lubbock, Texas. I'm coming up there in a few weeks and I'm going to come visit y'all. You guys are some of our biggest fans, and we at Sometimes Spouses just love y'all. And thank you for all of the comments. You guys have an amazing day, and turn your hobby or something you love into making you some money.